students showing up and being loud, they were awesome. I'm really proud of them. I was proud to be the coach at Penn State tonight with the way the students showed up. That was awesome. Really appreciate that. I hope they continue to do that. Tale of two halves. Just disappointed in the second half. You can't turn the ball over against a good team 9 times. Can't turn them over and not capitalize on it, and that was the game. And we thought we shot ourselves in the foot at times in the second half. And, they're a good team. They've been through it. A lot of this stuff. We're going through this for the first time. I loved how some of our guys played, but not good enough to win a Big Ten game, and it's disappointing.
Mike, what happened in the second half that led to all those turnovers offensively?
Not enough flow, just not enough flow the first half. Even though we were missing open threes, we were moving. We had rhythm. We had flow. We were going from one thing to the next thing on offense, and we go score 40 points, and we're getting great opportunities. Thought we stood around on offense in the second half too much, standing there watching one guy dribble. When we did move the ball, we got downhill. We drew fouls. We got open threes. But then we got stuck in the mud too much and turned it over. And then we had a couple steals we didn't finish, and there you go. And good teams take advantage of that.
Mike, did you want to get the technical foul in the second half?
Hell no. No, I don't want to get technicals. That's how you let your team down. But, man, I just don't get it. I've been around for a long time. Obvious is obvious. I just don't get it. I'll just leave it at that.
Well, I wanted to follow up by saying, did you get the sense sometimes a technical will get a team going, but then after that,
we fought after that. I thought our guys responded from it.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
But no, it's all right. People say that. You never want to hurt your team. The frustration of it is everybody has a responsibility when you're in a game. Everybody. Coaches, people that are running the event, the referees, everybody has a job to do. To do your job. That's all I'm asking. And it doesn't have to be perfect. We're all human. But obvious is obvious. And I don't have many technicals in my 28 years. I really don't. I never have. So that's where I'm at with that.
This probably piggybacks on that a little bit, but when you can't get downhill, you are scoring a lot of your points at the basket, and the threes aren't making, and you can't get to the free throw line. How does that impact?
Yeah, that's where you get stuck in the mud, Nate, and that we just in the first half, there was just rhythm to the game. We had great flow, and we were attacking, and we were in space, and we were moving, and I just thought when you're standing around and they're bigger and stronger, that's when they really can body you up and keep you in place, and you don't get the space. And we didn't do enough movement and enough flow. At times we did, and I thought Ye and Ace and even Nick got downhill. But we also sprayed it out and had some wide open threes. You got to make in college basketball. You got to make, and we're not making them. And we make 2 or 3. We're sitting here with smiles.
Coach, you've referenced the poor shooting from out beyond the arc, 3 of 17 tonight. What do you tell your guys in these moments to keep their confidence up? Because they didn't necessarily look like poor shots. How do you get their confidence up and tell them to keep shooting when they're not falling?
Honestly, out of the 17, I thought one was rushed, maybe a step back by Kanye in the first half, and we could live with him because he made one. You know what I mean? I thought another one was just a little bit closely contested. I thought the other ones were pretty wide open. You got to get in the gym and shoot. You gotta get a coach, and you gotta get a manager to rebound for you, and you gotta watch it go in. You gotta get a swag about it, and say, man, I'm not going through this again. I'm gonna make shots. So, when I had a bad shooting night, I went back to the gym and shot. Stuck around before, after practice and got extra shots up. Woe is me doesn't work, man. Shooting the ball. Give me the ball back. I've been working on this. I'm gonna make the next one. Watch this. I've been doing this for my whole life. Watch this go in. That's the swag mentality you got to have when you want to make shots, especially at this level. You got it. That's the thing, and it's hurt us this year. I thought we'd be a better shooting team. I really did. We don't have enough swag shooting the ball.
Mike, when you look at how these past couple of games have gone in terms of
a big second half after a quiet first half, now a big first half and a quiet second half. What's stopping this team from getting that full 40 minutes right now?
Yeah, I mean, just inconsistent play, and I don't mean to be that bland, fellas, but like inconsistent. You go on an 8-0 run, and the next time down you take a bad one or you turn it over. We were rolling. Second half, you have 9 turnovers against a good team. I mean, we out-rebounded them. We turned them over 18 times. We shot more free throws at them. We took 10 more shots than them. But we had plays in the second half. We got steals and didn't convert layups. We got steals and we threw it back instead of attacking to shoot a 3, and we're 1 for 16 from 3. There's things we got to learn. We got to be tougher. We're not getting any calls, so we just got to be tougher. You can't make excuses. Screw it. Find a way to finish anyway through contact. If they call it, they call. If not, finish anyway. So we're inconsistent. We're an inconsistent basketball team, and it happens. To answer your question, there's a lot of times we're playing the right way, and there's some great things happening, but not consistent and long enough. We got to continue to prolong the good flow, the good play, and we're just not.
Coach, a lot's going to be said about this offense. A lot's going to be written coming out of this game. But they shot almost 80% in the second half.
Yeah.
True shooting in there, it's probably 90%. What were they doing that made them so effective at making tough shots?
Because they went small. That helped them. They spread the court out and gave Bowie more space. Our ball screen defense wasn't as good as it was in the second half. And then they did some isolation stuff with some of their bigger, stronger guys and some of our weaker guys. And they took advantage of it. I thought Barnheiser, 2013, I thought he got the ball in space and made some plays. And, we gave him extra possessions too, and that didn't help.
Hey, Mike, can you take us through the last possession there? Did you want to get to the rim quickly and then
if you have an open 3, bang it, but it's not like we were making a ton of them. But, because we have some fast guys, get downhill and score as fast as you can.
And then the lane violation as well. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a lane violation. If you watch the video, it hit the rim and then it stepped in. I mean, it was obvious, but it wasn't. But, we have a play there we call quickie, that you catch it, throw it, give yourself a chance to rebound it, and maybe throw it back for a 3 or tip it back. Or if it's 1 or 2 points, then get it, tip it in, get it, try to score, draw a foul. So it wasn't, but they called it. So, yeah.
Mike, what was the message after this game when Penn State was up for the entire first half
not
against
good
a very
enough.
good?
I mean, great question. Not good enough. Not good enough to win a Big Ten game. Close, right? A lot of good things to cheer about. Everybody was excited at times with our level of play. And, man, we did it in the first half. Let's do it in the second half. We didn't. And just not – we're close in a lot of areas, and we're not in some others. And, when you get a lead in the second half, the other team's probably going to make a run. All right, withstand the run and figure it out. I mean, I think the run was it 15 or 14? It was 15. You gotta stop it at 8. You gotta stop it at 9. Some of it was self-induced. They made a couple really nice plays, and I thought in that run we had 2 steals. I think that we didn't convert, and that's how they extended the run, and just not good enough. So look, there's no consolation prizes. There's at times we're close, but we also you're playing good teams. You can't beat yourself. Thanks, guys.